What's up, everyone? I'm Scripps. Today I'm going to be showing you my camera collection. To start, I'm going to do digital and then I'll go into film. First camera on the list is the one that I'm filming with right now. It's the Canon R6. It's the most expensive and best camera I own. I use it for all of my professional work. I use it for personal work as well, but it shoots 4K video. It has a really high frame rate for taking pictures, so doing sports and things like that is incredible. The kit lens that it comes with is amazing, and I have a whole other set of EF lenses that I use with this camera. It's definitely my go-to. The thing's a beast. Absolutely love it, and I'm going to use it until it dies. Next up is my other SLR style body. This is the Canon 80D. This was the first professional camera I ever had. I used this thing for probably 8 years. Got a good use out of it. I ended up using it when I was in Nebraska for university quite a bit, and that's how I started making money with photography, which was really cool, and video. And this thing ended up getting pretty beat up, and I took it to the camera store there. They fixed it up because the shutter was stuck, and then it broke like 2 days later, and I brought it back to them saying like, hey, didn't you guys fix this thing up? And they ended up giving me a brand new camera, and this thing's barely been used since then. I remember like getting it back from them, just being like, this is not my camera. It feels new. Like you could tell from the rubber, there was like no markings on the bottom. I was like, oh, I got pretty lucky in that. So they gave me a brand new camera. That thing's a beast. I love it. I only use it as a backup now. If I'm doing really important client shoots, I bring it just in case that one fails or something happens. I just need to make sure that I'm covered and I have a way of actually being able to capture what I'm supposed to for the job. That thing's a beast. That's probably going to live in my collection until it gets handed down at some point because it works great and it's at some point it's going to be an old camera, and I mean, it's getting there now, but yeah, love that thing. Enough said. Next, I'm going to do the Fujifilm X100F. This thing's one of my favorite cameras I own. The reason being is it's so small, and the picture that it takes, it's like a digital film picture, which is amazing. All the presets are really easy to use. It's so much fun to use because of the style of shooting that it is. This is one where like pretty much every time I go out, this thing's strapped around my neck or it's in my bag. It's been beat up, it's got some damage, it's got some water damage, but the photos still work. The experience shooting with it has gotten lessened because of that water damage in the EVF, or in the viewfinder, sorry, but it still works, and I love this thing. Highly recommend these cameras. They're a lot of fun. The last digital camera up here is the Papershoot. So this is a tiny camera. Not very capable. Can't really change any you can't change any settings. Oh, you can actually. You can change the color preset that you want. That's about it. This thing's kind of neat. It's almost like a little party trick. Just keep it in the breast pocket, whip it out, take a shot. They look cool. You need lots of light for these to look good, but still fun regardless. Now let's move on to film. These ones, I've been shooting film now for... Dog. All right, now on to film. I've been shooting film now for probably 6 years or so, something like that. I had some friends that got me into it, and I was always curious about it because it's where it started. And it's a totally different experience shooting film. Working with the cameras is different. They all feel different. They're all so unique in different ways. Here's my collection of film cameras. I'm going to go like least favorite to favorite. I like them all, but it's just the order I'm going to pick it in. To start is the Canon AT1. It's very similar to the AE1. I'm not too sure what the differences are. It's not much, but very, very similar. They've made and sold a lot of these cameras. I think it's from the 70s. I think all three of these are from the 70s, actually, which is kind of interesting. Few things I like about this camera. It's a really sturdy build. I've not dropped it, but I've banged it on a few things, and it's totally fine. I love that you can lock the shutter. I love the way you wind it. The shutter sounds nice, too. It's a very, like it's a real good crunch to it. The lens is pretty sharp. I mean, I've probably put 50 rolls through this thing, and it's the most used film camera I have. But it's slowly going to be replaced by the one I'll show you later. This thing's awesome. And it's also a cool piece to just sit on a shelf if it needs. Next is the Mamiya 645. So this is the first medium format camera I've ever had. This one's actually my uncle's. He's just been letting me borrow it now for a while. This thing's awesome. It came with 3 different lenses, different viewfinders, and medium format. The pictures that these kind of cameras can produce is just astounding. I prefer what this looks like to what my professional camera can output, just because it just looks more real. It's almost like you can see the air and you can see sunlight, and it looks so cool. Big fan of shooting medium format. This thing's a lot of fun. I took it to a trip that my girlfriend and I did last March, so it's been about a year, into the southwest of the U.S. We were in Utah, Arizona, and Nevada. Did a 10-day road trip, hitting a whole bunch of national parks, and like taking pictures there it was so much fun. All right, the last one, which is the newest edition, which is it's very quickly becoming one of my favorite cameras. It's the Yashica Electro 35. It's a rangefinder camera. It's a fixed lens. It's a fixed, 45 mil. Stops down to 1.7, which is a plus. You can't change the shutter speed. The camera actually picks it for you. And what's really interesting is it's a leaf shutter. So that's cool for 2 reasons. One, when you take a shot, it's very quiet. It's very non-intrusive. People barely even knew you took a picture. Like, you almost can't even hear it. You can, but it's very quiet. And then what's also really cool about that is because the camera's picking the shutter speed, there's no fixed shutter speeds. So if you're shooting at like f5.6 and the camera says you're good for exposure, the picture might be taken at like 1/332 of a second or like 1/708. I think it only goes up to 500 on this version, so it'd be like 498 or something. Like it can just pick whatever number it wants, which is really, really cool. It does give you less freedom in terms of like how you want to make pictures, because like if you're in the middle of the day, like unless you have an ND filter, you're not shooting at 1.7. There's just no chance that's going to work. But regardless, I like using this for landscape and street photography. And I've taken a few portraits with it. I'm not too sure how they've turned out so far. But actually, that's not true. I do know how one of them turned out. Yeah, I've put probably 3-4 rolls through this thing so far. And I've scanned some of them now, like just with that camera and taking a picture of the negative. And they look great. I was kind of worried at first that like the camera wasn't going to work, because I did buy it used. Well, I didn't even buy it. I did a trade for it. But I was worried that it wasn't going to work. So I did do some testing, make sure the film works, and they look great. So I was like, this is awesome. And it's the perfect combo for when I'm walking around. I have them strapped like this, and it makes me feel like a street photographer, Leica. I got that journalist vibe. Yeah, this thing's a lot of fun to use. Big fan. Taking it on my upcoming trip for sure. Bunch of rolls. Well, yeah, thanks for checking this video out. I'll catch you guys in the next one. And if you want to see more videos about each of the cameras, just let me know, and I can try and get to that. So, thanks. Peace.